Hello students. So today we will discuss the properties of definite integral. In our earlier classes we understood how to do integration of definite integral, and that substitution method also we did, limit as sum method we did. Now today we will discuss the properties of definite integral. These definite big problems can be solved very simply using these properties. These properties are very important. In your board exam there is a sure long question based on this property. So let us discuss the properties of definite integral. The property 0, it is known as P0. The P0 is telling that is a to b f of x dx is equal to a to b f of t dt. Means what is that? That is dummy variable. If x replaced by t, then there is no problem, it can be changed. So that is called dummy variable. So in that way this property is known as property 0, P0. If you are changing the variable from x to t or y or any variable, then there is no change in limit. Second point, property 1, a to b f of x dx is equals to minus b to a f of x dx. If it is a to b, if you are changing limit b to a, then there is the value will be changed, one minus sign will come here. In particular, if it is a to a means there will be no area bounded. In the same place the curve is bounded, means that why the area is 0. A to a f of x dx, it will be 0. Next, property 2, a to b f of x dx can be written as a to c f of x dx plus c to b f of x dx. If there is a to b one interval is given, in that there is a c is a point between a and b, then it can be splitted into a to c, c to b. It can be as many points is there, it can be divided that many parts, and this will be very important for your modulus function when we will split the interval in different parts. So that is your property 2. Next, property 3, a to b f of x dx is equals to a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. A plus b minus, the value will be remain same. All the proof is given in your book, you can go through it in your NCERT book, all the proofs you will get. So it is a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. This property is very important. It's one particular case. If it is 0 to a becomes 0, b becomes a, that is 0 to a f of x dx, then this can be reduced to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Many big questions of this exercise will be solved by this property. Okay, property 3 and 4 they are same, only this is a particular case. Next, come to the property 5. Property 5 is telling if it is 0 to 2a f of x dx, then it can be written as 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Please remember it. It is 0 to a 2a minus x dx, right? And this particular case, if in case this f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x, this can be reduced as 2 times of 0 to a f of x dx. This property is very important. It will be applied in your most of the question of trigonometry. This is 0 to a f of x dx. Or if this f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x, then in that case this is plus minus 0. So directly 0 to 2a f of x dx will write is equal to 0. Understood? This is property 6. Next, property 7. If it is minus a to a f of x dx is there, it can be written as 2 times of f of x dx. 0 to a 2 times of f of x dx. Condition apply if f of minus x is equal to f of x. If f of minus x is equal to f of x, then that function is known as even function. In that case, this will be 2 times of f of x dx. All square function, cos function, they are even functions. So in that case, this can be written as 2 times of f of x dx. Minus a to a it was there. And another property, it is minus a to a, f of x dx will be 0 if it is f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. If it is minus f of x, in that case this will be 0. This case, if f of minus x is minus x, then this is known as odd function. And particularly by this property 7, they used to ask 1 mark question in your board exam or MCQ questions, which is very important for your all competitive exam. And these properties are very important for all exams, because generally in the exams they used to ask the questions from now these properties how we will apply in our solving problems. So let us see the questions. I am direct coming to your exercise 7.11, and the question number 1 is here 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx. So in this case we can go cos square x, we can apply in the cos 2x formula, we can do the integration, that already we know. But here by property, how it same value we will get, but how we will get so more easily, let us see. Now the in this case, let I is equal to, I stands for integral 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx. Now you apply the property 4 by P4. P4 is what? It is integration 0 to a f of x dx, which is equal to 0 to a f of a plus a minus x dx. This is your property 4. By this property, this implies I is equals to 0 to pi by 2. This is cos square, and it is 9 pi by 2 minus x dx. We know that cos pi by 2 minus x is equal to how much? Sin x. That we know. By this property, this will be reduced to 0 to pi by 2, means implies I is equals to, and this will be sin square x dx. This one you name as equation 1, and this is as equation 2. Adding 1 and 2, what are you getting? Adding 1 and 2, we get, what we will get? This is I plus I, this is 2I, is equal to integration 0 to pi by 2 taking common. This is cos square x plus sin square x dx. Cos square x plus sin square x, what we know, that is equals to 1. So this will be implies the 2I is equals to integration 0 to pi by 2 1 dx. Now this I is equals to 1 by 2 here, integration 1 dx, it is 0 to pi by 2, and 1 dx, what is the integration of 1? Integration 1 in is x, 1 by 2, it is x, limit is 0 to pi by 2. Then what are you getting? 1 by 2 into, it is pi by 2 minus 0, which is equals to pi by 4. This is your answer. So now understood this question we have solved using property of definite integral. Okay, so please note it down. By that time again we will solve another question to understand it in more better way. Now see another question, that is question number 2. Here it is telling integration, it is 0 to pi by 2 root sin x upon root sin x plus cos x dx. We have to apply, this is let, this is as I, this integral I have assumed as I. Now again you apply or by property again 4, we get property 4 means what is that? Integration 0 to a f of x dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. By this property, what we can write? This I is equals to 0 to pi by 2, it is root over of sin pi by 2 minus x upon root over of sin pi by 2 minus x plus root over of cos it is pi by 2 minus x and dx. This implies I is equals to, it is 0 to pi by 2. This is equals to sin 90 minus theta is cos theta. So this is cos pi by cos x root here, and this is root over of cos 9, again it is cos x plus root over of it is sin x dx. This one you name as 1, this one you name as 2. Again you adding 1 and 2, we get what we have got, I and I, this is 2I is equals to integration 0 to pi by 2, this is root sin x upon root sin x plus root cos x plus root over of cos x upon root over of cos x plus root over of sin x, this is dx. Few things I have taken common. Just see this denominator, root over of sin x plus root cos x plus root sin x, they are equal. So in that case this can be written as in this form. What we can write, this is 2I is equals to 0 to pi by 2, and this will be root sin x plus root cos x, numerator root sin x plus root cos x dx. Numerator and denominator are equal. Then this I is equals to 1 by 2 integration 1 dx, limit is 0 to pi by 2. Then this both cancel, 1 only. So this will be 1 by 2, this 1 integration is x, that is limit is 0 to pi by 2. Then what are you getting? This is 1 by 2, this is pi by 2 minus 0, so answer is pi by 4. Got it? So this way the property we have to apply to solve to get the answer. So you see, similarly you should solve the rest of the questions of the exercise, and we will discuss in our next class more number of problems of this exercise. So thank you class.